For about 300 bucks, we took our little laundry room from looking like this to looking like this. I almost didn't film this project, but it was really fun, and I thought it might inspire some of you to update a room in your house. So, welcome back to Every Other Carl. I'm Carl, and today I'm starting the renovation on our tiny little laundry room. This is the current state of our laundry room. It is very small. It's in the back side of the garage. We share it with the utilities. We got the oil burner and the water heater here. And as you can see, the previous owner put this, what probably was a cute wallpaper, but now it just looks kind of creepy. The ceiling isn't really a ceiling. It is insulated, which is nice. We have this one light that is not exactly beautiful anymore, and it doesn't give you a whole lot of light in here anyway. Basically, it's a mess, and it is currently just kind of crowded storage, and we want to remedy that. So, this is the beginning. All right, it's the next day. We are at least 3 garbage bags in. Look at all this stuff that we took out of the laundry room. We have pretty much finished the demo, and already, even if we just left it like this, it would look better. What do you think?
Isn't that sad?
Yeah, pretty sad. Got rid of all the wallpaper. That was kind of creepy. Took down all the shelves that were here. Those kind of ramshackle shelves. I think the next thing that we're going to do is take down this cabinetry. And she is going to go ahead and paint it, make it look nice. The noise you hear is a fan that has been going all night because, let me unplug that for now. We had a bit of a leak over here at the boiler. This pressure relief valve had started to leak, so got a new one, replaced that yesterday, and now the ground is a little bit drier. So when we go ahead and put our new flooring down, it'll have something to stick to instead of just being water. Now that the wallpaper was down and plumbing repairs were done, I could start repairing the drywall to prep for paint and start working on the ceiling, aka the ugliest part of the room. I took down everything on the ceiling to prep for new drywall and recessed lights. All right, status update. We have taken down the majority of the ceiling. This was kind of a ramshackle ceiling here. I added all the drywall that needed to be added to the walls. There was a strip over there, one over here, a few over here around the window. The ceiling was just a bunch of pieces of plywood and a couple scrap pieces of drywall and some really old insulation on that side. So we got rid of that. I added a couple of pieces of rafters here in order to put new drywall on. Now we're going to get ready to install our recessed lights. So I have some 12-2 Romex here. Planning to do one right here above the washer and dryer, and then one over in this area, and then a third one over above the boiler, right in that section. I'm using 12-2 cable since that's the same gauge that the rest of the room was wired up with. These recessed LED lights are super easy to install. I'll leave a link to a detailed video I did installing similar lights in my shed build if you're interested. All right, back the next day. The recessed lights are in. We got 3 recessed lights. The lighting in here is already 100 times improved. It's incredible. All the drywall is in on the ceiling. That part is going to remain open just for access to some pipes. Oh, this little puzzle of drywall up here is completing our ceiling. I am now going to pre-fill some of these joints, some of these bigger cracks. I left one of the old pieces up here and reused it. That's going to allow me to return 2 pieces of drywall, save a little money on this project. That's great. So pre-filling the joints, and then I'm going to tape the joints and do the finish spackling. All right, every seam is taped. All the joints between the ceiling panels and along the tops of the walls there, taped, and just letting it dry. Got a little fan going here. So we'll let that dry till tomorrow, and then it's just a bunch of sanding and painting. All right, again, it's the next day, and all the spackle has dried. I did final coat of spackle on the ceiling here this morning. I let it dry all day. So now it is time for my absolute least favorite part of any project like this, sanding the spackle. I made this drywall job a bit harder for myself then it had to be because I wanted to save as many existing pieces of drywall as I could to keep my budget low. That meant more joints to mud and more sanding to do. But I wasn't going for perfection, and I got it done pretty quick. All right, it is sanded, it is dusted. It's time for paint. I'm going to use a primer, cover these walls. There is some adhesive left over from the wallpaper that was here. That's going to take a little bit of doing to cover up, so at least a couple coats on here. That's my guess. In the end, I used 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of finish paint to get the job done. Painting is done. Sorry, the dryer is on at the moment. Couldn't hold off doing laundry any longer. All the painting is done. Ceiling is nice and white. I have semi-gloss paint that is mildew resistant, mold resistant on the walls, and also a coat of it on the ceiling underneath my flat ceiling paint. Lights are done. I don't know what else to tell you other than we are about to start flooring. So let me show you the flooring I have. All right, this is Style Selections from Lowe's. It is peel and stick vinyl flooring. This is about the cheapest way you could do vinyl flooring. Because this is a utility room, a laundry room, I think this is perfect. I'm just gonna put it right down on top of the concrete. Should be a fast and easy job. So here they are, our nice faux wood vinyl plank. And it just has a adhesive back to it. There's no tongue and groove or anything, so you just peel the paper off the back and stick it down. I vacuumed and broomed this, so it should be pretty clean. All right, got a few down here. Trying to stagger the joints so that it looks more like natural wood as we go down and we don't just have a ladder effect or joints just running in straight lines along the floor. This stuff is sticking, but I don't know how well it's gonna stick. I mean, I vacuumed the cement. I guess time will tell. Maybe as the longer they're down here, the better they'll stick. All right, all the planks are down, at least under the area where the machines are gonna be. Made it at all different angles here, so we're never going to have a repeating pattern along the floor. That's kind of a key thing when you're doing vinyl plank flooring. So now we're going to push the machines back on here and we can continue down with the rest of the floor. I'm editing this video about a month after finishing this job, and I can tell you that these adhesive planks actually stuck really well. I think the longer they sit and the more they get walked on, the better they stick. Just make sure that there are no gaps between the planks when you put them down, so they don't have a chance to slip side to side while they're still setting in. The next part of the job was to install plastic base trim. I used this Pollywall material from Lowe's, I'll leave a link in the description, because I wanted a nice tall piece of plastic trim on the floor to catch any potential spills or splashes. This is a utility room after all. I cut strips of the Pollywall and installed it with spray adhesive and some roofing nails. Off camera, my wife did a great job painting these old cabinets, and after we reinstalled the doors, I went ahead and added some caulking around the joints to give a nice clean finished look. Using masking tape on the cabinets first provided a nice clean caulk line. All right, it's time to finish this job. I got some trim. This is pretty simple to use. It's 1 inch by 4 inch and 8 feet long. I just have to do these 2 doors, one here, one here. It's nothing like finishing touches to finish a job. This primed pine trim is super easy to cut and install with a few finish nails. I said it before, but I wasn't going for perfection on this project, just a nice clean look for our utility room. That's why you still see some of the exposed cables and things like that. With the trim done, I went ahead and added a shelf above the washer and dryer to hold all our detergents. And that was pretty much it. All right, the trim is up, and I put one more shelf right up here, just making use of this little unused space here. And that means the laundry room is officially done. I'm really happy with how this turned out. It only took a few days. It's not showroom quality work, but sometimes it's liberating to do a relaxed project like a laundry room that doesn't have to be perfect to be nice. I hope you enjoyed this little project. Maybe you got some ideas. Maybe you have some ideas. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comments section below. That might help out somebody else who's trying to do their laundry room. Until next time, I'm Every Other Carl. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see ya.